Yo, what's up guys, welcome back, next match, Cross-Banlist Cup. So let's zoom in, next matchup here in the upper part. So two older decks are facing, or at least are paired up against each other. So we have two decks from a very similar age time period. We have Inzektors versus Windups, but then again, not per se the same format, since as you know, Windups is the Shocklock version, and that should be, if I again remember correctly, be Windups post their first banlist, if I'm not mistaken. I think it should be. With Zen Mighty 2-1, etc. So which deck has the advantage? I could definitely agree to people that Windups, in theory, should have the advantage over Inzektors. Shockmaster is definitely, could be, in theory, be a very powerful card. Then again, Windups are quite weak, since, it's somewhat of a combo deck as well. They are somewhat weak to back row, and, we'll take a look at this particular Inzektor list. We see Warning, Judgment, Bottomless as well, Torrential Tribute, those solid back row cards. They are, superb against a deck like Windups, which somewhat rely for, a big part on comboing off. And I'm looking at Magician Shark, Rats, the wind-up shenanigans. So here in this case I go second, and Opening Envoy is not the best. The deck is not running too many lights other than Veiler, Thunder King, also in the side deck I think, but that's pretty much it. So and maybe some side deck cards, well no, some extra deck cards as well. But I immediately get blown away by Double Typhoon, and I guess random MST. I mean, imagine me having a Typhoon set here to chain and pop his face down. Okay, that's true. Then again, this, it kind of makes sure that you can get your plays go through. First of all, getting rid of Card Trooper, it was a bottomless as well, so I mean, me having a potential MST set as well could have been very nice, especially because of this normal summon. But you see the small problem here. I also did not have a Dark, I think. No, I mean, okay, maybe I could have, used Failure in the previous turn to get myself a light, and then, or did I have already the Monster Reborn, or did I top deck it? I think I top decked it, so that kind of, makes it reasonable to keep Failure here in this situation. So, tough luck. A very similar opening ad here in game 2. Again the BLS, but I mean, it's fine. Again, with potential Trooper Mills, it could work out. But again, I get blown away by double MST. I should, also fear the Heavy Storm as well. So, Solemn Judgment was there. So, okay, get some damage in. Indeed, we get some damage with Card Trooper. Duality, yes, the good old pot of Duality in Inzektors. I guess to increase consistency in the first turn, but from back then, you're always drawing Duality with something like BLS or Dragonfly, where your pot of Duality is not that fantastic, since you want to special summon over the potential, well, I was about to say +1, but it's not really a +1, the draw, right? Or the reveal, the excavation of Pot of Duality. So here the chain, is it Chain Disappearance? I believe it kind of worked out, hitting the three Wind-Up Magician. But that's the thing, right? Even though this card was bonkers against a lot of decks, especially a side deck card back then, in like Mirror Match, here in this case, the Windups has access to Leviair, so they can just get back those banished Wind-Up Magicians here in this situation. So, what can I do? Rabbit hits the board, I guess securing some, some shenanigans for next turn, Zen mains for more protection. And here again, the Foolish actually was a nice top deck, so I can finally get some, some Inzektor pops going. So popping both back row, I think, and I should be going for Zen mains. Zen mains, suiciding indeed into Zen Mighty and Genie and face pop Leviair, and then set, well, the Duality as a bluff. Again, I'm definitely probably not going to use Duality during my next turn, with Dragonfly in hand, Hornet in graveyard, and the potential maybe light top deck, or a way to get a light in the graveyard, so that Duality in the long run here is also going to get destroyed. But that back row over there, Book of Moon is a solid top deck in this game state, so I try to again get some, get some field presence, and that Book of Moon here in this situation would have been fantastic to potentially put my own, Dragonfly face down, right, with its 1800 defense, but Thunder King says no, so you know, 1900 attack. So, okay, game number 3. I'm still in it, don't worry. Normal Summon T-King, and that's fantastic. Thunder King against Windups is fantastic. No searches, so that means no Windup Factory. It negates any Exceed Summon, you know, any power plays that Windups has. Problem though is this setup of lineups, you know, Windup Rabbit and multiple back row to potentially protect against Thunder King. But I mean, again, I don't want to overcommit into the board and then, you know, run into like a Torrential Tribute or something like that. Again, I didn't want to risk that. But this, I guess, it's an iffy one. You know, I get Compulsed and I use Failure on red. I'm not sure what I missed here with that Windup Rabbit dodge effects. Is again, the Windup red needs to, you know, put itself in defense position to reborn something, right? So, I mean, okay, the Windup Red is going to be used or get used next turn. And here I was desperate, super desperate, reborning my, what was it, Hornet? Potentially equipping the, is it Gigament? The level 6 one? I think so. You know, it's a 2400 beatstick. But Typhoon said, oh, at least, was it Typhoon or Warning? Was it Warning? I think so. Says no, so... yeah, what can we do? The answers are all there, and yeah, the third, at least another Magician is going to hit the field. Basically another level 4 here because of Shockmaster, and still normal summon left. Oh, what can I do, right? I mean, all the answers were there. Pick your hand. Shockmaster calling monster effects. Is Gorst in here? Not sure. But, I mean, what can I do? But one extra duel, even though Inzektors loses this one with 3-0. Again, we can't quit like this, right? What can I do? Again, get blown away by the Heavy Storm, so that's a -1 for me, but again, I think I had to, right? There's also multiple Mystical Space Typhoon. I just can't, you know, risk the Magician Shark or something like that, and me having or keeping a Solemn Warning in hand. I think the BL is live? I think so, yeah, because of Failure. So, okay, I'm set up to go. I special summon BLS, hopefully, you know, taking or getting priority if there's a bottomless trap all set. The warning is set, okay, it's fine. I believe Thunder King, I feel Thunder King is much more important because, again, it prevents the search, it hits the big Exceed summon. You know, potential Zen Mighty or Zen mains or maybe Acid Golem. Here in this case, you know, negating the Leviair. But the problem though is we know that the Windup Red is going to return next turn. So Heavy Storm, again, preventing those searches. And again, the Thunder King for next turn. So I'm in a decent position, but again, not the best. Because again, Windup's good top deck. And potentially, you know, well, getting rid of the Thunder King is not really that big of a deal. I guess indeed you could just stall it out against T-King and, you know, banish the Windup Red every turn. It's like a small cycle, I guess. Resource-wise, this deck was pretty, like back in the old school days, pretty ridiculous if you think about it. Especially if you're able to abuse your Windup Rabbit. So finally draw, you know, a Dragonfly, perfect here in this situation, get Failured. That's an iffy one, because again I do have Torrential, which is not really, you know, a solid defense. And here I guess the extra deck summon is going to be indeed be negated by the Thunder King. And normal summon Sangan, worst of the bunch I guess, because it gives Windups another Zen Mighty search. Or, well, another, you know, Windup Red search for a potential Link 3 play. And this could have been game if it wasn't for effect failure. So again, mill 3 is cost, if I'm not mistaken, it should be, but Card Trooper will not get the attack boost. Otherwise it would have been GG, but nope, not this time. Everything, all the answers, all the outs. Torrential is there, so I still have a chance potentially drawing any big beatstick. Monster Reborn, or was it used already, or Thunder King, you know, I still have my draw phase here. Nope, not drawing a big beatstick, so just desperate. Normal summon Ladybug and go in. Ladybug and go in. I still have Chain Disappearance for the potential red. But right, so red was still banished. That's the thing, right? Again, resource-wise, sick deck. Giga Brilliant hits the board. Yep, that's not going to, you know, get hit by the Chain Disappearance. And I need to top deck something. Dark Hole is decent, because I think we know there is a red in hand because of, whatchamacallit, Windup Factory? I think so. So Chain Disappearance connects, and I still need to finally top deck a big beat stick, but surprise, it gets, hit by the Bottomless Treble. I just can't get the ball rolling, and top deck Turgite back in the old school days was also sick as well, like Levier, Zen Mighty, those 1-card rank 3x seed plays, and will eventually be more than enough, right? My Dark Hole is gone. Acid Golem, I guess, puts yourself on a timer, but here in this situation, whatever, the BLS was already gone as well, and top deck Typhoon. Whatever. So yeah, it is what it is. Inzektors loses this one 3-0, 4-0 against Windups. So Windups moves on to the top 8 here on the right side. So next matchup we have again the bottom side, True King Dino versus Gandora x FTK. So feel free to leave your predictions. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Big signing out. Peace.